Hello. Okay, seems like the audio's all working all right. It's time for the Omega Days. Been waiting for this for a while. I haven't totally landed on how many units I'm gonna spend. I'm sitting at 21k right now. I could get another 1,000 or so from battle chips. But there's also this web store offer. Let's see, 1 second. There's this web store offer that is pretty enticing. I can get it up here in just a second. Oh, that's why. Hey, Kurt. Thank you. I've seen some insane luck. I'm hoping I can get just a sliver of that. Okay. So there's this web store offer that gives 1 7-star crystal and 12 of the Valiant crystals, and I think I'm gonna pick that up. I've been thinking about it today. I think it would help because at most I'm gonna get 3 of the 7-star crystals from the track, probably only 2. And since I really do want Mole Man and Longshot, the odds of pulling them both out of 2 are not high, and I mean, I'd love an Omega Sentinel, Corvus. Don't care as much about Quicksilver or Omega Red, but they'd be pretty cool too. So I think it's worth it for me to pick this up. I'm turning into something of a whale here. Not really, but I spent some on spring cleaning, and now I'm getting something again here. Haven't historically spent quite this much, but it's felt worth it to me lately, so we're gonna go with it. Okay, that is confirmed. So that means no matter what, I'll have an extra 7-star and 12 of these Valiants. At least we have some time between now and July 4th. Yeah, that's so true. I mean, with arena grinding, that if you're serious about it, you can get 1,000 units a week. So you could be up at, I don't know, 15,000 units pretty easily by July 4th. I think I will pop open these battle chips just because I'd like to know where I'm sitting unit-wise before I get started. Let's just go for the uncollected ones. Oh, 2,000 chips away from another 10. Okay. 79 arena crystals. Ooh, 225 out of the first 10. That's pretty good. Okay, 975 out of 50. I think that's right around average. Ooh. Those energy refills are going to be nice going through the event quest too. 1425 out of 80. I think that's pretty good. Oh, why is my camera all messed up again? Why does it keep doing that, Lou? I don't know. 2 million gold is also pretty nice. Okay, so I'm sitting just under 23k. I was a little stupid. Yesterday I had to buy some Elder's Marks, and I bought a bunch. I would have been at like 25k units, but I don't think I'm going to be spending that much anyway. Okay, so I think I'm going to start off with these Cavalier crystals. And I will spare everyone of me updating my spreadsheet as we go, but I will go watch this back later. DTX, yo, how's it going? Where are all these? Those the Valiants? Okay, Cavaliers. These are just what, 4 to 6? Yeah. Sad, yeah, I saw some of your polls. I don't remember exactly what they were, but I remember you weren't very happy about it. What was it? Okay. I'll go through this pretty quick here. Sig 40 Corvus, Sig 20 Omega Sentinel, and a long shot. Long shot's pretty good. I mean, the first poll on the others are good. Wolf raid? Wolf, did you just finish up? Thank you for the raid. Hey, James. I am just getting started here. I didn't have a 5-star Corvus? Wow. 2019 me must have been so sad. Six-star Quicksilver, I guess, is new also. Thinking about Mole Man with the Selector, an Awakening long shot, and rank 3 him. That's not a bad decision for sure. Oh, thank you, Tribble. Appreciate it. Okay, those were the boring ones out of the way. Hey, Wolf, thank you so much for the raid. How were your openings? I did not get a chance to get in there. I hope you got some decent pulls. Because Mole Man dupe is better? Mole Man, yeah, it's an alright sig ability. I don't feel like he needs it personally. Alright, I'm just gonna spin this one and then pop. I'm doing pretty good, Wolf. I mean, I might be doing considerably better or worse after these openings. You know how it goes. Got no 7-stars, opened 8 crystals so far. Well, on average, it's 1 out of every, like, 30, right? So it's not super likely. It's horrible. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it is, but I think it's one where it gets better benefits at low health, right? So in a battleground situation, it's not all that impactful. He should be really good for the next season, though, on defense, because it really benefits from shrugging debuffs. For what you got for free, you won't complain? That's awesome. Glad you got some good stuff. Okay, 0 new. Now, if it is 1 new, then it might just be a new 5 or 6-star. I do not have them all. Alberto, I'm feeling like a little whale, man. I got the web store offer for the 12 Valiants and the 7-star. I'm becoming a bit more of a goldfish lately. Kept it short tonight, just starting to feel better. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better. Did you also get sick from the Seattle meetup? I know Abdo did. And you can't even blame it on me, because I wasn't able to go because of being sick. Seen some people averaging a 7-star every 10 pulls. Some didn't get any out of 60. I know, and then the FOMO kicks in. It's like, oh, surely I'll get the good RNG. But then you never do. Okay, so now I think we just need to claim these milestones. That'll give a few more freebies. Is it just going to be easier to go in from here? Probably. Yeah, I already knocked out the Delta route earlier today, just auto-fighting Road to the Labyrinth. Oh, I don't need to worry about these selectors. I'll just skip over these if I see any more. I actually am running a little bit lower on the T6B, T3 Alpha. Gonna be doing a little bit of popping back and forth to open and then claim the milestones. Unless it lingered for over a week, it wasn't the meetup. Oh, okay. Started feeling like crap Sunday. Yeah, I'm sorry you've been feeling bad, man. I hope you get over it. That is no fun. Okay. Yo, Everton, how's it going? One new. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5-star. 5-star Red Goblin. Apparently I didn't have it. Late for the opening? No, Everton, I'm just getting started. Going through the Valiant crystals right now. Well, I'm going through the milestones. I've got some of the Paragons, some of the Valiants. Well, looking for the most? I think Mole Man is probably number one. I've been going back and forth between Mole Man and Longshot. They're so close. I'd be ecstatic with either one of them, honestly. Yo, Zero, how's it going? Opening Paragons? It was just from the milestones. I'm not spending units on the Paragons, don't worry. I just want to be careful about my unit spend. As fun as these crystals are, I really don't want to buy a single one more than I have to. Okay, let's just save the selector. I probably have to do an ascension with this, yeah. Haven't even thought about who I want for that. Yo, Ace, thank you. I did a little bit of whaling, picked up the web store offer. Now we're just going through the milestones. Haven't gotten any 7-stars from the Valiant so far, but I've only opened like, what, 15? So much ISO. I know, it's gonna be awesome getting all these rank ups soon. I might actually have to open up my gold crystals. Haven't had to do that in a long time. Okay, so now we're at the point where I need to start buying some of these Valiant crystals. And I believe to get to the first 7-star crystal, I will need to buy 20. So let's start it off with 20. Okay, Valiant Omega crystals. Make triple sure that this is the right one. I do not want to waste units on a Paragon crystal. Or a Cavalier crystal, even worse. Got Killmonger, very happy. Killmonger's awesome. I've got him at SIG either 20 or 40, and I've been seriously considering getting him up to rank 3 when I can. Be nice to spend a little, but still not back in a position to be able to. Yeah, I understand. That's definitely the smart choice. And as nice as all these rewards seem now, I know we've all seen how quickly they fall off. Like, if you just take a look back at Cyber Weekend, you'd never dream of paying what we paid for it back then. It falls off so quickly, but I mean, a lot of people still think it's worth it, myself included sometimes. Okay, let's see. One new. No new. I mean, there could be a 7-star dupe, but the odds of that are not high. Would have had a lot of ISO if you weren't gold broke and had to sell it all. That's an option, for sure. I've got about 50 million gold in gold crystals at a minimum. Realistically, I think it'll probably be more like 70 million if I open it all. Probably get to another 7-star also. most of your units went to EQ deals, so you can keep pushing Act 8. That's definitely a better return on investment than these crystals. No doubt about that. No new. Remember what I was saying about seeing everyone else's amazing polls and then not getting anything close to it? How many of these have I opened now? I think this is officially below average in terms of 7 stars at this point. Cyber Weekend was bad on purpose, though. That's true. Good point, James. One of your news was a 5-star you happen to be missing. Yeah, I just got a new 5-star Corvus and a new 6-star Quicksilver that apparently I didn't have just a minute ago. The next one will have 2 7-stars. I hope so, Wolf. Or that was Kurt, sorry. Got a 7-star for free? Yeah, I mean, for free, that's really not bad at all. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to claim that. You know, I've been thinking about it, and if I do pull a Quicksilver, I might take advantage of the Mutant Catalyst bug, just because I don't have any mutants that I want to rank up, and there's a lot more competition for Science Catalysts. Let's just take some Mystic. Okay, make sure to save that. I think that just hit a 7-star basic. Is that the 7-star? That is the 7-star, okay. Let's pop open these 2 Valiants. Alright, well I didn't get any 7-stars from those Valiants. I might end up opening a few more based on how these 7-stars go. I've got 2 to open. If I go Mole Man long shot, I'm calling it there. The odds of that happening are 1 out of 36, so not super high. Oh, might as well open these 2. So I will probably be going for another. But on the off chance that I just go perfectly here, calling it. Okay. Mole Man. That's awesome. Okay, I'm so happy with that. Easily in my top 2 most wanted, possibly my number 1 most wanted. This is long shot. That's it. And I wouldn't even care about not getting any 7-stars from the Valiants. Omega Sentinel. I'm also really happy about that. I think I'm gonna keep going. Let's see. I need 40 more crystals. Right? Let's see. I'm taking a look at Sim spreadsheet here, working out some calculations real quick. 20, 40, 60. Yeah, okay. 60 more crystals, and that'll get me 2 more 7-stars. Okay. Back to the Valiants. I can't complain about that at all, though. I'm pretty happy. So 60... That's 18,000. I'm going to be back down at no units. Plenty of time to build it up, but I haven't been that low in quite a while. Just pulled the 2 best champs in the crystal? Debatably so, yeah. I personally would rank Longshot a little above Omega Sentinel, but she was my 3rd most wanted, so not bad. Did I see your interview with Kabam Honeydew? It's in my watch later. I haven't had time between work and a few other things in real life, but as soon as people aren't streaming all the crazy Omega Days stuff, that's going to be the first thing I watch. I'm What sort of stuff did you talk about with him? I'm very curious. How far away am I from the 2 to 3 gem? I will not be going for the 2 to 3 gem. That is way more than I would like to spend. Let's just go with 40. I want to make sure that I calculated this right because I did get the sum from the web store as well. Okay, see that one new. Seen people kind of all over the place on what they want. Probably means the choices for the crystal were good. Yeah, I agree. We saw the same thing when 7 stars released, where different people wanted vastly different things. Might be closer than I think. I don't think so. I'd need to spend another like 8,000 units to get there after I get the last 7 star. I'll double check once we get there. Still no 7 stars from these. Asked about champion creations mostly. Planning a bigger interview in the future. That would be awesome. I always love watching that sort of stuff. One new? Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9. 5-star absorbing man. There's purple. It's purple. I got what I asked for. Wanted all 6 of them. Only ended up with 5, but still pretty solid. I was there for part of yours, Ace. I don't remember if I saw every bit of it or not. I think I was at work still. Yeah, Kurt. Wrong purple. I'm gonna back out just so that the one new goes away. Two new. Come on. We're overdue for some 7 stars. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see purple. Corvus! That's awesome. Can we go for 2? 2? No, okay. 7-star Corvus. Okay, we're not entirely behind anymore. I'm curious to see how Corvus does. He's one that I've been thinking about for a while. Like, I would doubt that a rank 2 is going to cut it in Battlegrounds, but maybe? I think a rank 3 stands a decent chance. Okay, let's reset the new counter again. Gonna grab some dinner and work on some videos. Congrats on the opening. Thank you. Chorus is a huge win. Yeah. Thanks for coming by, Wolf, and thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hope you start feeling better soon. Without the charges, you don't see it. That's true. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people testing him, though. One new. It'll be pretty sick if we got another 7-star. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Didn't realize I was missing so many 5 stars. I think part of it is because I've been saving my 5-star crystals for ages just so that I have ISO in the tank when I need it. Because of that, I've never had any ISO problems, but I have far less of the 5 stars than I would like. Makes it quite the troll on these, though. Okay, so that finishes up the alpha track. Might as well claim these. That pushes me over Titan as well. Okay. That. 1 to 2 gem. 900 units. More crystals. And then we need just a few more points to get there. How many exactly was it? 12 points. So I need to open 6 crystals. Oh, and I have 8. Okay. Subtle flex, never had ISO problems. Well, I mean, it comes with its own downsides, right? Like, I'm missing out on quite a number of the 5 stars. This might be my last chance. Okay. Well, I got 1 7-star. That's why you get all the 5 stars from Arena, so you don't have this issue. That's true. Don't have to open featured 5 stars and don't miss any when they eventually hit the basics. How much time does that take you? Like, I might start doing that. Or, if I'm worried about the time, I guess I could also just grind for new champions in the basic arena too. And that's significantly less time, but has the same effect, albeit 6 months delayed. Yeah, I'll take a look at how close I am to the rank 3 gem, but I think it's still quite a ways. Yeah, it's not all that close. I need 340 points. They're at 2 apiece. So this is 20 points. 40 points. What is that? It's 5. Is that another 10? 50. 60. 70. Is that 70 points? There's no way. Right? Okay, if that is 70, then I'd need another 70 points. From units, which would be 35 crystals. We're talking like 9,000 units. I guess that's not that bad, is it? 9,000 units for a specific rank 3? Do I really want to rank 3 any of them? That was just quick math. I might have done some of that wrong. Well, regardless, I don't think I can afford it right now. It's around for another week. I'll be, I'll hit up the arena some for sure. I'll give it some thought. I do have another 7-star to open, though. 2 more. Better open this. And then the basics as well. Yeah, so I won't get it immediately. 300 units short right now? Okay. But I will certainly give it some thought. I would probably go with Mole Man. Not a necessary dupe, but silver stars are cool. Might make him a little better on, I don't know, defense maybe, since his health goes lower. Honestly, that's probably better than an unawakened Omega Red. I already have half at the pool, so the odds of a new one are not quite as high. Okay, if I get that long shot though, that'd be pretty great. Come on, long shot. Oh! I thought I dared to hope. My hopes were crushed. Serious troll over. I thought it was done. Still had some juice left in it. 34 crystals, 10.2k. Okay. 10,000 units for a rank 3 Mole Man. I don't know that that's worth it. And I'll need to think about that a lot more before I'm prepared to do that regardless. Tinker Quicksilver to rank 2 and he's great. Alberto, I think I will, just because I can use the Mutant Catalyst on him. As long as they don't fix that like tonight, then I'll be ranking him up with the Mutant Catalyst. Okay, first 2 7 stars were better than the second 2, but overall I'm happy with that opening. And I still have a basic and a Titan to open. There's no way I can get 8K. Right? Let's see. It's like 1,000. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to get it. Don't use the Mutant Catalyst. It's a bug. Well, I knew it was a bug. And you'll lose the Catalyst? Oh, okay. Then I guess I won't do that. James, it's bugged, and it currently costs Mutant Catalyst to rank him up. If they won't let you keep it with the Catalyst rank ups, then yeah, I won't do that. Okay, but honestly, 7-star basic is super hype still. 3 of my 4 rank 3s are unduped. So if I could get an Awakening on Silk, Chavez, or Juggernaut, that would be some of the best pulls. Plenty of other amazing champs in here. Let's go. Is Quicksilver good for BGs? With the block penetration, he could be pretty nasty on defense for sure. Ace, I believe the patch today was fixing the constant crashes on earlier iOS devices. You dupe Silk? Alberto, please give me some of that luck. I'm begging you. Better than Captain Falcon Awakening. That's potentially a rank 2 option. Could have been worse. Not the best pull in the world, but far from the worst. Alright, down to just the Titan Crystal now. Still not open very many of these. Oh, I did also want to point out before I get to that, I was super happy about this. They ended up putting a bunch of cool stuff in this news tab, one of which was the this live stream recaps that I've been doing for the past year. So it's kind of cool to see something that you made show up in here. But anyway, back to the Titan. We get blessed with an Onslaught? I would be very happy with an Onslaught. There are so many good ones. I'm not going to spend time calling them all out, mostly because I don't want to jinx it. Let's just go for it. Please, something good. Destroyer. Okay, I really don't know much about Destroyer. I need to talk to Bat Pepper in our alliance. He's got like a Sig 40 Destroyer. I'm pretty happy with that. Hold off opening any smaller crystals because all the ISO. That's true. Very good point. It's the Pillsbury boy. Well, all in all, I would consider this a pretty good opening. Mole Man is a huge win. Omega Sentinel is another really big win. I think I'll really like Destroyer. I just don't know anything about him at the moment. Destroyer is awesome. You got rank 3. Yeah, I definitely need to spend some time learning them. Maybe the event quest would be good for that. Quicksilver, I probably won't do too much with. Corvus, wait and see how he performs. I'm thinking I won't end up going for that rank 3 gem. I love Mole Man, but I don't know that he's demanding a rank 3 gem at this point. He was actually one of my first rank 3 6 stars. He was either second or third. Got Wolfie from a Titan today. That's awesome, Zero. I'd be very happy with that. Maybe the Sig will come into play on defense. Kind of doubt it. Speaking of which, let's see what the meta is like next month. Because I remember that it rewards shrugging on defense. Updated Alliance rewards are looking very nice. Okay. So mutant attackers can gain prowess when they apply debuffs. I read this before and I was thinking Sunspot would be really good, although he'd kind of get penalized by the defender buffs. Every time you purify or cleanse, permanently increases combat power rate by 3% up to a maximum of 60 or of 20, which would be 60% combat power rate increase, which isn't enormous. Like, you can definitely still work around that. And then 25% chance to purify. Then in Gladiator Circuit's 50% chance to purify, and there's also Ebb and Flow Knockdown. But I care more about week 3 because I'm not usually in the Gladiator Circuit quick enough. I think this one sounds really interesting. You can play it a little risky, give them all the prowess, but your specials will hit way harder. And then you both start with a bar of power, which is interesting. I don't remember seeing an attacker power start one before. So yeah, Mole Man could be a pretty good defender. Because on top of tenacity, he's got his own shrugging, of course. I do have max stand your ground, which is nice for him offensively too. I believe you're supposed to trigger the Unstoppable and block and immediately throw your special for the boosted damage from the Sig. Does it count it that way? Because if so, that's pretty nice. An extra 1300 attack rating on your special too. Could be pretty good. Week 3 and 4 is going to be pure nuke fest. Prepare for 20-second fights. That's probably the case. And if so, I will not be a fan of it. But I like the idea of it, at the very least, I should say. I like that they made it so you can be a little bit risky for some enhanced rewards. But realistically, yeah, it'll probably end up being like CGR, power lock them above 2 bars of power, and then just go to town. Ronin cheese with the setup, especially with both starting at 1 bar of power. I do love a good Ronin cheese meta. That's true. That'll totally work with Mutant Mastery. Or not Mutant Mastery, what is it? Power build up, that one. Let's see, I believe level up is on tomorrow. I've got a lot of leveling up to do. There's too many events. Yeah, here he is. Okay, tomorrow morning. Ronin's gonna make most decks? Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with how that went. I was gonna say. Yeah, I need to do these incursions at some point. I'm not gonna do that tonight. I don't feel like spending the brain power on it. But there is a whole tier 4 alpha. And the other reason I didn't care as much about the rank 3 gem is that once I get this, it will put me at enough for a rank 3. And I don't know for sure who I'm going to rank up yet. But I'll probably have another few 7 stars to open by then. I think I'm just going to get started on the event quest. Maybe I can try out some of these new champions in here. Gonna rank 2 all the new champs for level up. Gonna be a good time. For everything except your golden ISO stash, yeah. Had 3 failed runs so far. Furthest made it was room 11. I think I left earlier today when you were starting your Serpent run. Okay, Thunderbolt's Inhuman or Skill. Alright, let's give Mole Man a try in this. Man, I've got to spend so long later today updating my spreadsheet with all those crystals. Where are all these? Inhuman, Defender, Thunderbolt. Oh man, I don't have any of these ranked up. Oh, I have the skill filter on, that's why. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited to start trying out some of these new champions. And once the Battlegrounds rewards come in, that'll be fun as well. I did end up in Mysterium. I didn't stream it because I needed to actually do well in order to end in Mysterium. So I just grinded it out last night and this morning. It's really amazing how much better I do when I'm not streaming. I think I had like a 75% win rate off stream, whereas on stream I was barely scraping 50-50. Oh, I forgot to stat focus this guy. Would crit damage be best? The guaranteed crits? Special damage, maybe? I do miss the days of bugged Mole Man, where we got the True Strike and the Frenzy. This is an unleveled Mole Man. And of course this is just a event quest, so it's not exactly the hardest thing in the world. But I'd say he's tearing through this pretty quickly. Also, I just blocked that unblockable special attack. Thank you, Stand Your Ground. Makes sense when you're streaming, you gotta pay attention to chat, it takes away some of the concentration. Yeah, and I think the thing that really hits me is the lack of audio. I think just having the audio on helps reinforce everything. Like, there's very little that the audio is really necessary for. But I think it just helps me focus in more on it. Just when I'm streaming, I can't hear game audio at all. Don't remind you? Did you have some rough goes of it, James? Oh, that was about the Mole Man. Yeah. True accuracy nerf. Annoyed the crap out of you. No, Mole Man's probably great. You don't feel like using him because of that. Yeah. And then nowadays, it definitely wouldn't be that broken. It was very powerful back when it was first introduced. I don't know why they let it go on for a year. That's the part that's most confusing to me. Like, it was very clearly bugged from day one. Anyone who read the abilities could have seen that it was not performing as it should have. But they let it go on for so long that people got really used to it, understandably so. And then when they eventually fixed it, they had to bring breakdown tickets with it. Yeah, I used him a little less after that. I was already using him less and less at that point. Just because I had stronger champions and more versatile ones, but that did stop me using him a bit too. I think Mole Man would be an amazing bullseye counter if he wasn't nerfed. Maybe. Because, yeah, you could certainly nuke him better. Not have to worry about as much damage. Has anyone tried Sinister for Bullseye in Battlegrounds? I know that he works, but is he a good option compared to, like, I don't know, CGR or Storm Pyramid X? I have heard that he's a bit on the slow side. Which, I mean, for a Bullseye fight, that's still better than most champions, but I don't know. I don't love the idea of having a champion in my deck specifically for one matchup if it's not even a super fast fight, you know? Watch videos and he's basically unkillable but not fast. Okay. Yeah, that tracks with what I've heard. I think Negasonic's gonna be the real counter. There's gonna be a lot of $100 bundles bought for her. Sinister's probably not the fastest, but you'll probably finish with more health. Okay. Health is pretty important. And from what I've seen, Sinister is a bit more of a defensive threat, too. I don't know totally to what extent that is. But I was trying to tell people not to put Sinister on defense for the past couple days, just because if your opponent hadn't updated the app, then they'd still be fighting the easy one. I think Mole Man should be pretty good for a lot of metas. Guaranteed crits are always useful. And we could like crit me with your best shot metas, which we've had a couple times at this point. Hope Negasonic isn't a noodle. She looked like it in her deep dive. I have not watched the deep dives yet. It would kind of be fair, considering that she counters every single skill champion in the game. I don't know when her arena is. Maybe I'll try to go for her. I've only grinded for a 6-star one time. I know it's a lot more manageable now. But still, it's a lot of time. I wonder when they'll make a Paragon event quest difficulty. I assume they'll upgrade it to a Valiant Gauntlet at that point. No. guess there were nodes that shut down Juggernaut here. I have no idea what their plans are for Event Quest, but I wouldn't be surprised if they end up turning Paragon Gauntlet into a full Paragon difficulty and just not having any Gauntlet for a while. And then once we get the next progression title, maybe we get a Valiant Gauntlet then. I don't know. It's definitely starting to feel back to that old Event Quest is a trivially easy thing. I don't remember the last time I actually had to worry about Event Quest. When Paragon Gauntlet was new, there were some pretty tricky ones. But like, even with the restrictions that they've had the past few months, it hasn't really been all that bad. Oh, getting all this ISO too. That'll help for all the leveling up I need to do tomorrow. I also have a ton of 2-stars that I need to rank up. I'm getting very close to having them all at max. I've been grinding low-level catalysts for ages now. Got 126 at rank 3 and then 43 rank 2. We kind of hit a point where the ISO that they took was so negligible compared to 6 and 7 stars that I don't really feel bad using a couple bricks on each of the 2 stars. Let's try special damage. I feel like it's probably going to be special damage or crit damage. Oh yeah, got a new rank 3 in your profile, Zero? Might want to take a look? Okay. Are we friends? Okay, is your in-game name the same? Yes, it is. Rank 3 long shot? That rank 3 domino is also pretty scary. Sig 105? Jeez, you put Sig stones into him. Interesting. 37% chance, that's pretty good. 4 seconds on it? Wouldn't want to use Mole Man versus that guy, he's gonna be unstoppable half the time. Have you done many fights with him yet? How quickly does he shred everything? I'd be really curious to see how he does in Abyss, because I used a rank 3 6-star for my initial Abyss clear, and he worked wonderfully well. I was able to get solos on a good number of the Cosmic opponents, but a rank 3 7-star. It's gotta make it just so trivially easy. Didn't want to pump your SIGs into anyone else? Hey, if you've got one you like, that's the right choice. I have not used a single 7-star SIG stone yet. If I had an Awakened Domino, they'd probably be going to her. Just Realm of Legends fights. Ticks for 8k with the Fate Seal. Jeez. That's insane. So what fights do you envision using him for in Battlegrounds? Because he's obviously going to be great for like the buff-heavy Cosmics. But I'm curious how much mileage you think you're going to get out of him in other situations. He's not bad defensively either, depending on your opponent's deck, of course. Did we have a meta with fight or flight? I'm pretty sure we did. And Longshot was pretty nasty there with the awakened ability. Didn't use generic saves, used the Omega ones. Okay. That does make sense. I mean, for... Oh, I should change the thing here. 1 second. I think for most people, Omega Red was definitely the best option for SIGs. But I don't know. I don't know if I would have done that myself or not. I think he'll be a great domino counter. That's true. He's got that increased ability accuracy. It's a neat little ability that's pretty easy to forget. And I could definitely see there being a meta that messes with ability accuracy that people don't remember that he could be good for. I'd forgotten about it until you just mentioned it now. Man, the Omega Day stuff is fun and all, but it does make me wonder, how many of these events are they going to squeeze into the year? Like, first we had Cyber Weekend in July 4th. Then they added the Banquet. Then they added Spring Cleaning. Now we've got this. I don't know. Are we gonna get one of these crazy spend events every single month? Like the novelty of Omega Red, big damage and all, but he'd never make your BG deck unless it's a Riho meta. Yeah, that's true. I feel like at rank 3 he could be a bit more useful in general. But the suicide metas are pretty rare. We've only had a few. So I probably wouldn't want to invest too much in them either. Hello, Lynette. Am I saying your name right? New to the channel? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Just finished opening up some Omega Day stuff of my own. Ended up pretty good. Got a duped Mole Man, a new Quicksilver, a Corvus, and an Omega Sentinel. I'm honestly very happy about all of them. I also got a new... Oh, who's the Titanfall? New Destroyer from the Titanfall. I'm curious to try out. Right now I'm just running through the event quest. Next season, the week 5 Longshot's Fate Seal, we get a 200% attack boost. That's true. That's gonna be nutty. He said he was going for 8k right now. Oh, he's got damage reflect. 8k a tick right now. Triple that. 24k a tick. That's ridiculous. That's like an Alliance quest. I take the Power Shield path. Now I use Kate for it. And her Cold Snap ticks for ridiculous amounts. And when I was playing Battlegrounds just by myself the other day, I was really feeling the AI changes in a very good way. I shouldn't have brought Juggernaut for this fight. It's taking forever. But I can absolutely feel that they're a lot more likely to throw specials now. Should I just die and come in with someone else? Yeah, this is taking way too long. Hey, Perfection. How's it going? Have you done any opening yourself yet? I just got done with mine a bit ago, and I'm pretty happy about it. Yeah, I do wish level up was on already, though. I want to get these guys ranked up. This guy is dumb. It's taking forever. Think you're saving for this event? Just gonna grab the free units? Yeah, there is a lot you can get for free. I gotta say, I've been very impressed lately with how much they're giving for free. I mean, we had Spring Cleaning, where the best bundle was available for everyone. Just a free 2 Tier 4 Alpha and half of a Titan. And then in this, you don't get the craziest rewards for free, but you can still get most of them for free. You can at least get... the first 7-star is not a lot of units, I believe. First 7-star... I guess it's like 4,000 units for the first 7-star. Which, all things considered, is a pretty decent price. Level up tomorrow, gonna open all the free stuff and rank the new PP pull. I was a little unlucky with the Valiant Crystals. I think I was just under the expected amount. Which is too bad, because I saw so many people getting way more than expected. And you always know that that's not likely, but you hope it's gonna be you too. Do I see Mole Man or any of the other Omega champs making the BG deck? I definitely see Mole Man being in there, especially next season since it benefits shrugging champions. I wouldn't be surprised to see Omega Sentinel. There's been a few metas in the past where she works really well. Oops, didn't mean to have you there. There was one tactic meta a while ago where she did really great. And I used the 6-star back then. Had her in my deck. So yeah, depending on the meta, she could definitely be there. Corvus, I kind of doubt he'll show up. Unless, by some shock, he's just really easily able to take a lot of fights at rank 2. Let's see, I also got... Who's my last one? Quicksilver? I don't love playing with Quicksilver. I don't like double hit animations in general, and he's kind of the epitome of that. He could definitely be a tricky defender, though. I don't know that I would use him unless the meta gives him something else. But with the block penetration stat focus, he would probably be pretty nasty. Who's that lead? Omega? Omega Red? He definitely could be useful in some metas, especially if they're suicide metas. We haven't had a ton of those at this point. I think there was 2 crit me with your best shot metas, 1 fisticuffs meta. So in those he'd be incredible. Other than that, I don't know, maybe if there's a defensive node that incentivizes you to stay close to the defender, you could be alright on defense. Now, I feel like a rank 3 Max Segu Omega could probably do pretty well. But very few people are going to have that. Then that leaves Longshot. And yeah, I think Longshot will show up quite a bit. He's decent on defense. He's a good burst champion on offense. Yeah, I think he'll be a mainstay for a lot of people. So many people pulling multiple 7-stars out of 10 pops. I know, like everyone I saw had at least one 10 pop where it was multiple 7-stars. Hey, Gabar. You rank 2 to Mega Sentinel. You like her, but feel like she's fallen off hard ever since Lady Deathstrike entered. Maybe, do they... I guess maybe they do similar things, huh? They've got the heal block going on. I've heard some people say that Lady Deathstrike benefits a lot from the Awakening. I haven't used her all that much, and I've got her unawakened. She's one that I always kind of want to do more with. Okay, I need to pay attention here. I'm dying. She is fun. I'm not exactly hunting for her dupe out of a Titan, but it would not be the worst pull. Love a 7-star Quicksilver. I've already got rank 5, ascended, Sig 200. Yeah, I don't know that I'll end up doing anything with Quicksilver. The other thing hurting him is that the Science 7-star pool is ridiculous. There are so many good Science champions, and I feel like he doesn't necessarily measure up to that level of quality, at least for me. Wanted to get some random 7-stars, not interested in these ones. I was kind of feeling the same thing. Like, I might have been a bit more excited about pulling from the basic pool in the Valiant Crystals than the special pool. The highs are higher, but the lows are lower. Like, I would much rather have a Silk dupe than a new Quicksilver. But at the same time, I'd much rather have a new Quicksilver than a Sig 40 Captain Falcon. Okay, techs, armor up, power drains. Easy. Are there any new 7-stars that I got for that? Mega Sentinel. Yeah, I think I just want to go quick. I've played with the Mega Sentinel enough. Guardian. There's any of those. Man, I got lots of options. There's so many techs I want to take to rank 2, but I haven't just yet. Voted for a Mega Sentinel over Herc during Summoner's Choice. You just really like her. She's going to be great for all the Mr. Sinisters. That's another very good point. Yeah, we'll see a lot more Mr. Sinisters soon. And yeah, you really want to heal block because you can't reduce his healing anymore. It used to be that you couldn't reduce it below 0. Now you just can't reduce it at all. No crits. Protection. High energy diet. Conflictor. Yeah, whatever. I want to use Silk. I know it's not the best option there, but... Okay. He does what he does well, but he's not the fastest in BGs. Though at rank 3 would probably kill most of the special too. Wicked Spider Gwen, yay, wow. What a pull. Too bad she doesn't have her old special 1 animation. It was just too good, they had to get rid of it. Not just the heal block. If you don't want to take degen from Sinister Special 1, you gotta run a robot. That's true, I did forget about that. I would guess Warlock is still probably going to be the best counter. I don't recall, does Sinister's Special 2 with the buff also reflect the degens? I don't think so. And if so, then most champions could fight him as long as you just bait Special 2s. Warlock would be the best if you don't have a 7-star Warlock. Me neither. There are still a number of good 7-stars that I'm missing. Venom, Mantis, Warlock, Spider-Ham. Special 2 hasn't changed from the old kit? Okay. Yeah, the concussion's annoying, but I'd rather deal with that than 20 degens. Or I guess you could always just use, like, Spider-Ham. Get your degen resistance up. He's another one I would like a lot. I am glad that he's kind of found a place, though. It's very like a very brief moment in time when he was released. He was pretty solid, defensively at least. He's never been good offensively. But that went away pretty quickly. I also wonder how the Superior Iron Man buff is going to be. That's one that's been very long overdue. I do find it funny that regular Iron Man got a buff so long before Superior Iron Man. So for a while now, Superior Iron Man has been vastly inferior to the real Iron Man. That might be changing though. Probably gonna take Shocker against him. Okay, no regen because he doesn't crit. True. Push him to Special 2, Shocker's concussion immune. I didn't remember that about him. I missed on him during the Gifted Guardians Crystal. I think that's what he was in, right? I was hoping to get him. But I ended up with Duke Diablo and Duke Moondragon, who both are pretty awesome. And I want to find more uses for Moondragon. She is so fun. I've got a handful of champions who I kind of just try to force in a lot of places, just because I enjoy them. Bishop is another 7-star that I really would love to get. It seems like he's just been getting more and more useful. There have been a good number of metas where he specifically has quite a bit of benefit. I was taking a look at my 7-star roster the other day. I have more of the base pool than I realized. It's over 50% by a little bit. It's funny because I feel like I'm very far behind. But then I look at that, it's like, I'm doing pretty good progression-wise. Of course, there are people that are way ahead of me. Never gonna keep up with anyone that spends a lot. But I'm at least in the general vicinity of them. And after I do my incursions run, I'll be able to get my 5th rank 3. I'm kind of hoping I get a poll that will make that choice easier. Enjoy Howard? Yeah, I like Howard quite a bit. He's on the shortlist for rank 2 as well. I think I still have a couple generic rank 2 gems from Act 8 also. My T6CC stash is a little bit lower than it has been in the past. So maybe I'll dust off a few of those. Let's see, how many of the 1 to 2 gems did I get from the Omega event? Okay, I think I got 2 1 to 2 gems. So one of those will definitely go to Moman. And then the other, probably Omega Sentinel. Now, I was thinking earlier, we had the Gifted Guardians Crystal. Now we've got the Omega Days Crystal. Am I serious? The sounds Howard make, they want to tear the ears off. I did forget about the sounds. I apologize for putting you all through that right now. Like I said earlier, I can't hear that, so I forgot about the wonderful audio that Howard has. Next path, I'll turn off the sounds. But he's a very solid champ, and he's had more uses than I initially anticipated. Oh, I remember what I was saying now. Yeah, so we had the Gifted Guardians Crystal in December. We've got this one now. I kind of hope that in, I don't know, like 6 months, they rotate out those two into the Loyalty and Incursions Crystal. So the longer those pools stay the same, the less exciting they are. Just because people get more and more of the champions in there. I just hope there's plans right now to rotate that pool. Even if it's not those specific pools, I'm just about at the point where I'm not caring all that much about them. I would love a Mojo dupe. Angela would be pretty good. But other than that, like, you know, there's not all that much exciting in there. I've already got duped Hulkbuster, got duped Howard the Duck. I've got Storm once. I wouldn't mind a second Storm, but I don't remember when they released those pools the first time. Maybe they'll do it at like the 1-year anniversary. Howard can be annoying for sure, but they are cartoonish, yeah. Gwenpool's also got the sounds. Gavar, I don't know that I've ever done that, but I know what you mean. Oh, actually I need skills for... Oh man. Yeah, all the buffs Howard has are a pretty nice utility. The armor up buff specifically comes up quite a lot for something you want. Awakened, he's a good domino counter. And I'm going to turn off that sound for you there. Of course, the armor break is a pretty nice utility as well. Easy access to heal block. Yeah. He's no Iron Man Infinity War, but he's still pretty good. You like Gwenpool's sounds more than Howard's? They're more subtle, for sure. I don't remember. Does Venom the Duck have the quacking going on? Well, let's not use Howard there. I'm trying to remember. I used to use Venom the Duck all the time. He's got more of like a sort of thing going on, right? It's more just grunting. Hated Hulkbuster's sounds before the buff? Were his sounds different before the buff? I didn't know that. Oops. Oh, there's kinetic transference here, isn't there? My favorite recollection of Howard sounds is when people were doing Abyss for the first time against Howard the Duck, and you just have like half an hour straight of just Howard's sounds. Howard sounds like he's dying every time he gets hit. It is very dramatic. I feel like the equivalent would be if there was just a normal person champion, and for their getting hit sounds, it was just someone screaming. Which would be very funny. I always thought, why is the pillow-handed metal Teddy making such OP destructive sounds? Yeah, that's true. Hulkbuster sounds the same? Oh, okay. Audio design in MCSE is one of those things that, you know, I never really think about. How do they get the audio for these? Do they just like license some audio library? Or do they actually go out and record these? Did they harass a duck for Howard's audio 7 years ago or whatever? Piggy sounds are funny? That's true. Spider-Ham's got some good audio. Now I'm really curious what they do for the audio. I know John Mulaney did quite a bit in the design of Spider-Ham. He recorded some dialogue for one of the videos they put out, and he did a celebrity challenge. If he did the pig sounds too, that's so funny. You think he did? I hope so. 'Cause that's awesome. They haven't done a celebrity challenge in ages. Can't even think of what the last one would have been. It's really funny to see how content has changed over the years. Like, it used to be that every once in a while we'd get mid-month content, and it was never announced ahead of time. There would just be a forum post, like, as it went live. And for the most part, I think it's good that they do it the way they currently do, where they announce everything at the beginning of the month. No surprises. But I do kind of miss the feeling of every Wednesday going in at content drop time and being like, oh, is there any surprise quests? And sometimes there would be. And then I'd spend forever like planning out my teams for everything. But for the most part now, everything is done so far ahead of time that some of that is gone. Like I said, I think it's for the best overall. But there were some nice parts about the way it used to be. Some of the earlier celebrity challenges were really easy because for some reason they put life transfer on everything. There were a couple that were that way. Kind of forgotten about that until right now. Yeah, because it was just like painfully easy because you could just run through with anyone. Stop making roadmaps as well. Yeah. They realize people will never stop talking about the stuff they put in there. Yeah, the community as a whole did not understand what roadmaps were. And so we never get them. Can't say I blame them, but I do miss them. They're a perfect example of like how development goals change over time though. Because obviously they put a lot of things in those roadmaps, and even now, I think most of those roadmaps are in 2019, I want to say. Gives a timeline and never delivered as per their own timeline. What the whole purpose of a roadmap is, this is what we're planning at this moment. And they started every single one by saying, some of these won't make it. These timelines are just what we're currently looking at. This isn't any sort of finalized thing. And some of the things never came. Some of them came 5 years later because priorities changed and then they changed back. So now we're getting raids when they first talked about them, I don't know, 5 years ago. I don't think they were working on them the whole time. I think they put them on the back burner to work on other stuff and resurrected them when the timing was right. I didn't see your Venom the Duck dupe from basic message. You duped a Venom the Duck from the basic? Wow. Congratulations. That's rough. I'm sorry, Gavar. Yeah, they did. I mean, they always made it... They always tried to make it pretty clear that these were not finalized things. But the problem is, so few people actually read that sentiment did not get disseminated down throughout the community. How was my opening? What was the peak milestone goal? I went through all of the 7-star crystals. I'm still kind of toying with the idea of getting the rank 3 gem. I don't think I will. It would use like the rest of my units. But I got a duped Mole Man, which is very nice. Omega Sentinel, which is very nice. Corvus, which is pretty good. And Quicksilver, who I'm not super stoked about. I mean, it's alright, but I don't think I'll get too much use out of him. Then I opened a basic. I don't remember what the basic was. It wasn't something amazing. It was Colossus. Maybe I'll rank him up at some point. Then I got Destroyer from a Titan, who I think I'll be very happy with. We only just got Mastery Lotus. Think that was all as promised in 2019? Yeah, I mean, a lot of these things came when they said. A lot of them came a lot later. Some of them came way, way later, and then some of them never really came at all. Oh, this guy's high energy diet. Yeah, Guardian's gonna suck here. Did great in your opinion? I'm inclined to agree, Kurt Rose. I'm pretty happy with how it went. Mid-Destroyer? You not a fan? Have him duped from Titan? It was just ban bait for you? Didn't perform at all. Some people really like him. I need to talk to... There's one guy in my alliance that has like a Sig 40. Just from the early access bundle, which was ridiculous. Defense, he gets nuked. Yeah, I don't remember him being super difficult. Okay, I want to go to these for a second. Does he counter Serpent? That's a really good question. So I went to their dev diaries. It was just improving Alliance Wars. Okay, that's not necessarily relevant. About 11k unit spend? Yeah, it was right around there. I got the bundle from the web store that comes with 12 Valiant crystals and 1 7-star. So that saved a number of units, but it was somewhere in that area. Added difficulty. This is in 2018. I don't want to read through all of these. Okay, so this is variant. That came when they were planning on it. Map 7, that came when they were planning on it. Act 6 came when they were planning on it. Okay, so this 2018 diary, it looks like everything came when they were expecting it to. Which makes sense, because it wasn't quite as much. They weren't giving early looks and everything. Okay, this is 2020. I guess it was 2020, not 2019. Had the wrong year. This is just that overview. It's bringing me way back. I remember reading these. Back issues. Blood and Venom released when they said it would, and they were planning on it. Act 6 came out when, or this wasn't coming out. This is updates to it. Updating the champion boss fight, they did that a lot. All these changes, yeah, they happened in the timeline they were hoping for. Oh, this was after the Act 7 beta. People were not a fan of the Act 7 beta. It was in line with previous story content, which meant it was very, very difficult. People overwhelmingly were not a fan. This was where they said that they were going to be tuning it down. And they very much did that. Whether or not that's a good thing is up to an individual to decide. Oh, I forgot that they had talked about the challenging bosses. That has been a very positive update, and I like that quite a lot. Cavalier difficulty, that came when they were hoping it would. Yeah, they went through all this. So all of this... I think this was in Act 7. I never hear the music. I'm pretty sure that happened. But I can't say that for sure. Okay, this one came much later than they had talked about. Summer Pain came like 2 years later. So that one was slower. I don't want to read all these, but I do just want to skim through a few. These quality of life things, they all happened. Oh, the dual targets, I forgot about that. This one was kind of, they had this for a while, but it was kind of replaced by the practice mode, which in my opinion is better. This was when they were talking about Root. And this is the AoE stuff that we see on like Craven, now on Silver Sable, and like Citalis. I guess people like Bahamut have it too, I think. This one, I'm sad they weren't able to get this working. Fight replays would have been really cool. Yeah. I think I remember hearing this was completely scrapped at one point. It just was infeasible with the tech stack, which is a bummer because it would have been cool. This is the first look at Strikers as well. Of course, that came in with relics. Stuffed incursions. The arena changes. Yeah, like pretty much all of this happened. So look at this is the first announcement of Battlegrounds too. Oh, raids. Raids of course took a lot longer. Yeah, okay, I think that's all I'm gonna read for now. But yeah, it's interesting to go back. The first time I went back and read all those dev diaries, there was a lot more that ended up coming around than I expected there would be. Destroyer doesn't counter Serpent? Okay. Looks like he does because of Saga. But he's slow. Okay. I need to play with him for sure. I certainly won't write him off. I think I might like him. Maestro glanced the power gain after reaching 100. Okay. Used him here and there, only because of tactic. I know we've got a few decent fans of Destroyer in the Alliance. I do want to talk to them for sure, but I'm glad to know that you have felt underwhelmed, Guar. I think Vega has been a decent fan. I know Vega used him last Alliance War for some tricky fights. Nick had some success with him? Okay. Let's go to the next. You rage R2'd him after duping from a Titan? Oh, man. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. One of the guys in my alliance bought the early access bundle for him. It wasn't... And so it just had the 5 crystals. Pulled 7-star destroyer 3 times out of the 5 crystals. The craziest thing I've ever seen. Had a Sig 40. Just like that. Using BGs quite a bit. Yeah, and Gabar was saying he was tactic, so it definitely makes sense to use this season. I hope that he sees some use in the future too. I'm gonna go grab some water and I'll be right back. All right. Let's see what's up with this quest. Spider-Verse, Symbiote, Sinister Six, Science, all the S's. Ooh, Silk's gonna kill here. Symbiote, Sinister Six. Where's Spider-Verse? Is it not in this one? Probably just blind. Oh, no, it's up here. Oh, I can give Penny a try. I wouldn't have minded a Penny dupe either. She'd gain a lot more offensive use with that Sig ability. And then who's at the boss? Domino? Dang. No Shuri. Caltrops Domino? Ew. Howard and Nimrod should work. No, except for the shock. Oh well. It's good band bait. So you put a range 4 Duke Juggy Relic on him. His PI was so high that many did ban him. Nice. So. Gotta say, best place for a Juggy Relic? Juggernaut. Rank 3 Juggernaut? Rank 3 Juggernaut Relic? It's an insane combo. Sooner or later, I'm gonna get that guy awakened. Same with Silk, same with Chavez. My prestige is hurting. It's because like none of my rank 3s are duped. I've got Shuri at Sig 40 and then everyone else at Sig 0. You can kill fast, but you need to keep all your fairies paused. I don't really know anything about him. I think I'd like Silk duped the most. Just because that slow is such a nice utility. Oops. Juggernaut gains some decent utility from the Sig ability, but it's something he already has some access to just from his heavy attack. And it's a little inconsistent to be relying on it in critical situations. Like even at Sig 20, you're averaging 1 nullify a combo. So it's not horribly inconsistent. But if there's something that you need to nullify, I want a higher chance than on average once a combo. Plus you've always got the stagger. The biggest reason I want Juggernaut Awakened is because the guy gets the most insane prestige bump I've ever seen. At Sig 0, he has the lowest prestige of any 7-star. At Sig 20, he has like the 13th highest. He jumps up like 100-something spots from that single dupe. It's an over 5,000 prestige boost just from Sig 20. 6-star Silk claps him in 40 seconds. Okay, Silk claps most champions in 40 seconds, if not less. Any idea how to play Wolfie? Sadly, no. I actually had Werewolf way earlier than most people because of the things from Battle Realm Brawl. I got him from the prize wheel, but I never really got a chance to learn how to play him. You want to dupe Silk 2? Yours is rank 2? Yeah. I mean, not just the slow. I think of the slow first, but she's also got the heal reversal, right? I think it's specifically health gain, not petrify, but I'll check. Two-second slow debuff, paused when she has a Fury passive or while they're against the wall, and then decreased regen rate while the slow is active. Sig 20, it's 25%, which isn't enormous, but it's something. She already has decent amounts of despair as well. Looks like she hits turning off regen at around 130, which isn't feasible for a 7-star for most people, but at some point it will be. So yeah, I definitely say the slow is the better part of it. I mean, of course, that turns off Unstoppable and Evade, which are pretty common defensive abilities. And then decreased regen potency is always nice. See, like right there, that Unstoppable wouldn't have mattered. Sig 20 got second highest prestige after Mordo. In the Mystic class, that's true, but overall, I think he's 13th in Sig 20. Yeah, it's crazy. I was looking at prestige a while ago, just because I need prestige, and I stumbled across that. It's it's crazy. Like, yeah, if you just look at Mystics. Unduped, less than 17,000 prestige. There are like, there's almost 5 stars that have more prestige than that. And then at Sig 20, he jumps all the way up to the top. 22,000. Who approved this prestige curve? What were they thinking? It's ridiculous. What's my prestige at? It's not great. 21k, 21.3. Where's my prestige calculator? I think this is up to date. Silk, Chavez, Juggernaut. Yeah, Juggernaut is nowhere near my prestige, and he's one of my only rank 3s. Like, if I just get one of these guys awakened, it'll get me almost to 21k champion prestige. That'll get me above 22k overall. I think Silk would do the most, or maybe not even that. Yeah, my prestige is hurting. Just waiting on those dupes at this point. Need some dupes on your R3s? I know, it's crazy. I haven't been able to. I've got Shuri Sig 40. Oh, let me go back over to the game. Yeah, Shuri Sig 40. The rest are unduped. Maybe I got a rank 3 Korg just because he's Sig 40. Although I don't think Korg has good prestige either. Rank 2 Mordo almost has the same prestige as rank 3 Null. So I think Vision will be Saga champion for the next Saga. I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, probably. I mean, that's what they did with Guillotine and King Groot, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Good thought. Hey, Lorson. I would say I did win. 7-star wise, got this guy duped once. Got this guy, Corvus, Omega Sentinel, and then from a basic, Colossus, and from Titan, Destroyer. So I'm overall pretty happy. I got Domino. Dude, I wish. My 7-star roster, I don't know. I feel like it's not great, but then I look at who I'm missing, and it's not that many. So, like my rank 2s, I guess I could take up Sunspot. If I'm desperate for prestige, maybe I will. But I'm not super far behind the Alliance at the moment. And I kind of hate to, since we're not like pushing for top AQ ranks. Titania's one I would like to rank up. She's awakened, so that would help. But like Hulk, not awakened. He would be a top contender for a rank up. Then rank 1s. I have most champions that I want ranked up at rank 2 already. But yeah, I just don't have... I don't even have a Domino once. Current prestige is sad. Champion prestige is just barely over 20k. Relic prestige 1300. Mole Man has really good low prestige. Let's take a look. I don't know if 7 stars scale at the same as 6 stars at the same rank, but I'm just gonna assume that they do. Sig 20. Where's Mole Man end up? Ooh. If it scales... Oh, that wasn't filtered. It's not the worst. It's about middle of the pack. Got Corvus from like 50 of those things. Rank 3 Monex? No way, I can't do another Mystic rank up. I already have 2 rank 3 Mystics. Surfer, maybe? I don't think I'm gonna rank up specifically for Prestige regardless. The thing is, if I can just get the dupes on a couple of these, my Prestige will be fine. Oops. Like, if I just duped Juggernaut, already, 20,800, it's such a crazy bump. It'll give me 800 overall Prestige just to get a duped Juggernaut. Like, that alone would just about fix my Prestige. If I also duped Silk and Chavez, then I'm looking at way better Prestige. Just haven't gotten lucky with the dupes so far. You'll disown me if I rank 3 Gambit. Don't worry, Zero. That was never a contention. Gotta put some weight into that Prestige. I know. The funny thing is, I was above the Alliance average Prestige until spring cleaning. And then just all of a sudden, I was way below it. 20.8 without relics. That's where I would be if I had Juggernaut duped. What's our Prestige at right now? Yeah, almost 23k. I was literally above the average until spring cleaning. And then I checked it the next day, and it had gone up like 3,000 points, and I had stayed pretty much the same. I mean, it's Prestige. Prestige is stupid to begin with, but, you know. Relic Prestige is 1.3k. Yeah, that's about what mine is. I've got this rank 3 Juggernaut doing some heavy lifting. Other than that, it's rank 4 or 5 stars. Longshot single-handedly boosted your Prestige by 2k. Yeah, Sig 100 rank 3 will do that. Prestige is also going up after this event. That's true. Probably not as much, just because I would guess more people have 5 rank 3s now than did before. You can do 3 rank 3s right now. 2 to 3 Cosmic and 6 T4A. Wow, that's a good problem to have. I don't know who I'm gonna rank up. I'm just one good incursions push away from my next rank 3. Front runners? Honestly, Titania. How is her Prestige? Let's just look at Sig 20. Okay, about middle of the pack. I think I have her at Sig 40. Is that right? Yeah, Sig 40 Titania. It's like almost 23k. That would be a boost. Too many options? I wish I had too many options. Titanium Prestige is mid. Yeah. Quite literally. I mean, it's 8 out of 15. That's as mid as it gets. Undo Chavez. Okay, I was a little confused there. That makes sense. Whale bar. Yeah, this should beat any whale allegations at this point. I'm the most pathetic whale ever if I only have 20k Prestige. Probably gonna take up Chavez next. I recommend it. Unless you really care about Prestige and she's unduped. Prestige is not that big of a deal. Yeah, and our alliance isn't about the same spot. As long as I get one of these rank 3s duped in the near-ish future, I'll be okay. I don't love being this far below the Alliance average. But I think we're still recruiting at 20k, so I'm not below where we need to be. I could probably improve my relic prestige a little bit as well. But, I mean, really, I just want to dupe these rank 3s. Sig 40? I'm jealous. Luck's been sucky. Man, I was on a really bad luck streak for a long time. It kind of turned around a couple weeks ago. But, I don't know, it was like 20 crystals in a row or something crazy like that I was just not happy with. There are still a lot of unknown champions I'd like. Bishop is an obvious one. I mean, a bunch in the Titan, but I don't think of those as being normally attainable. Domino, of course. Gomorrah would be cool. Hyperion would be nice. Mantis is a big one. Photon's in the basic now, isn't she? Sasquatch, Spider-Ham. Venom is probably my #1 most wanted. Warlock. So yeah, there's a lot of good ones. Still recruiting at 20k. Well, that might have been before spring cleaning. It might be going up. In which case, I really gotta get one of these awakened. What ways even are there to get a quick 7-star? Quick lot of 7 stars. I mean, Battlegrounds store reset next week. That'll probably give me another 1. We've got Battlegrounds rewards coming in. That'll probably give me another. So I'm looking at 3 or 4 in the near future. And like I said, any one of those 3 would be a decent bump to my prestige. Yeah. It's a crazy metric. I guess I could always max sig and ascend my 6-star onslaught. Would it even make my prestige? Probably not. Actually, he might. He might just barely scrape into my prestige. He would have 18,710. And currently my lowest prestige is 18,564. So I'd gain like 150 single champion prestige. I'd boost my prestige by like 30 points if I max sig and ascend onslaught. I guess ascending doesn't matter. Rank 5 onslaught. That doesn't feel like it's all that worth it. Other rank 3 options would be Shuri, Sunspot, Bishop, Crossbones, Bullseye, Cork, Mantis, Iron Man, Silk, Ham, Hulk, Wolfie, and Havoc. Jeez, Zero, you got enough options there? How is Korg's prestige? I can't imagine it's good. I haven't sig 40. Yeah, it's pretty much middle of the pack as well. Actually, a little bit lower than middle of the pack. Got some interesting problems. Yeah, well, I'm a generous guy. I'd be happy to take some of those 7 stars off your hands, Zero. I'll help you out with your problem there. Oh, what do I do to get rid of these whiplashes? Ring 3 options are Sword, Tree, Web, Muscles, and Mordo. I like how Mordo doesn't get a special name. Also, okay, who are all these? Sword? Is that Deathless Guillotine? Guess it could also be Angela. I would guess it's Deathless Guillotine. Tree is definitely Deathless Kangaroo. Web. Is that Silk? Muscles? Luke Cage? And then I know Mordo. Oh, Hulk, that's a good call, Zero. Oh, I forgot about Guillotine 2099. I mean, Hulk's another one that is a front runner for someone I want to take to rank 3, but he's not awakened, so it's just gonna be the same problem. He's gonna have terrible prestige and probably won't even crack my prestige unawakened. Yeah, middle of the pack unawakened. Sig 20, he's even lower. Oh, it's Titania. That's true. She does have a lot of muscles. Okay, so I kind of got Sword. Got Web. Missed Muscles. Pretty sure I got Tree, though. Titania is great. I'd be very happy with her at rank 3. She was who I was leaning towards until I pulled Silk. And I kind of love Silk. You're thinking Spot before, but even with the block proficiency, dude takes so much damage. Yeah, I think he got hit the hardest by the scoring changes. I had him rank 5 ascended, back when that still meant something. And he never really saw too much use after that. I assume you have the Captain America relic on, right? That's, in my opinion, the best one for him, just because it helps the blocking. I still wish that, like, every 4 seasons or whatever, they'd shake up the scoring a little bit. I think it would be fun to have to optimize slightly differently. Not every season, because that would be a lot to take in every single season. But, like, a few times a year. And I don't know, I think it would be interesting. Oh, your Cap Relic goes rank 3? Then, yeah, I'm guessing you do. Or the other idea I had in that same vein is, like, it would be cool if there were metas where you got more points, like, the less specials you used. Where, like, you started with a 500 point bonus, and every time you used a special attack, it took 100 points away from that bonus. Maybe it wouldn't be fun, but it just seems a little interesting. Hey, 1-2. Is that a solo Abdo raid? An unsanctioned raid? Well, thanks for coming over. Just doing some vent quest, talking about all sorts of random stuff. Man, those buffed alliance rewards in Battlegrounds are pretty nuts. Top 10 get 75% of a tier 4 alpha. I think we should still be pretty solidly top 10. Last few seasons we've been top 5. With the buffs, I would guess that enough people will progress ahead of us. But I think we can still keep top 10. I mean, 75% of a T4A every single month? That's huge. Alliance doesn't push in BGs, so rip your rewards. I didn't really take a look at how they scale. I kind of just focused in on the top. They have better buff than solo? That's a good question. I mean, definitely, like, numerically they're a better buff, but proportionally, I don't know. So yeah, T4 alpha goes through 11 to 20%. I mean, 1 to 10% is pretty easy to hit. Even in my old alliance, which had no mandatory battlegrounds, we hit 1 to 10%. I mean, it's not much tier 4 alpha, but it's some. Rank 4 materials go down lower. Same with T6 CC selectors. So I mean, 1 to 10%, that's pretty easy to hit. Gets you a little bit of T4A. One whole T6 CC in selectors. Or no, it's in crystals, sorry, not selectors. So 100% T6 CC broken up into 4 crystals. I don't remember these exact numbers. Is that 2 of each? And then that's the same? So, I mean, it's definitely better. The T4A is pretty huge. Put up 540k solo? That's nice. I did just over 500 solo, I believe. I think that's the proportions. Hope to get top 50 this season. What does that do? Is that... I want to say that's half of a T4A. 2 T6CC selectors. Yeah, seeing these T6 basic T3 alpha amounts is a little crazy. I wish they would just put how many catalysts this is. Like, I don't remember exactly how many fragments a tier 3 alpha is. It 45? Okay, now I need to do division. Just tell me it's 4 catalysts. Okay, so top 100 get more than 25% of a tier 4 alpha. I'd say this is where the tier 4 alpha starts to be nice. This is top 100. And then top 5 is probably ideal. That gets you more than one every season. 45k and 57k? Okay. I don't know how they choose these numbers. Why was 57,000 the amount they wanted for tier 6 basic? Yeah, I'm really curious to see how solo event shakes up. Because I did, I think I did 500k solo. 550k alliance. That was always enough for pretty high rankings before. But, of course, with the reward updates, those things always get so much harder to predict. I still think one of the dumbest decisions they ever made was making us need both tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha for rank 4s. Doesn't make any sense at all. It just cycled us through the catalyst progression way faster. And Like, we're already back on another tier of alpha catalysts. Tier 3 alpha are not that old. Should not already be on tier 4 alpha. But at least they seem to have stopped it. Since rank 5s and rank 3s did not suffer from the same thing. Off to bed? See you, Zero. Thanks for coming by. Always appreciate talking with all you guys. Hope you have a good night, and I'll probably see you later. Should try out the new 7-star in BGs. Dude, I wish. I wish you could still do, like, friendlies. Even if it was, like, without a meta. Just base Battlegrounds friendlies. That would be cool. Yeah, Arian, I do summarize the live streams. Which, as of today, are now included in-game, which is very cool. I'm super happy about that. Off-season BGs? I know, like, BGs is... It's like all I care about at this point. What else am I gonna care about? Event quest? Yeah, right. Oh wait, this is the Silk Path, right? One of these seasons I want to really push. The first time I made it to Mysterium, I had to really push for it. Ever since then, getting to Mysterium has been pretty easy. I don't know if I just got way better doing that, or what. But I think I can make a Celestial finish if I really try. Yeah, I hope you find those helpful, Arian. I like watching their live streams, and I know not everyone can or wants to, so try to help out. Maybe this will be the season I push. Some of it depends on just time as well. The last few seasons I've had some big time commitments come up in the middle of it. Like moving across the country. It's kind of hard to really grind BGs when you're trying to pack up your entire life. Oh, I just realized I never turned the sound back on after I was using Howard a whole bunch. Sorry. Only hit GC twice and they were both on the last day. Hey, well there's nothing wrong with having difficulty. You have to go up against some pretty tough competition for sure. Making it to the Gladiator circuit is definitely an achievement. Where'd I move? I moved from upstate New York to Oregon. Just about, I don't know, 2 months ago, month and a half. I'm very glad I did, but oh boy, I don't want to have to do that for a very, very long time. Long way from home? I'm actually from Oregon originally, so I was kind of coming from a long way to home. Move for a job, just an adventure? No, I just wanted to come back, be closer to family and the area I'm more familiar with. I love the Pacific Northwest. Just, I mean, nature-wise, it's really incredible. And since my job is remote, it's actually, I'm doing the same job that I was doing there. So they don't really care where you're working from. Just told them that I was moving and they said, cool, we'll send everything there. Maybe someone special. Partially the opposite of that one, too. That was part of the reason I ended up in upstate New York to begin with. And so I moved away when that was no longer a point of consideration, shall we say. It's a nice benefit. Oh yeah, it's, I mean, remote work is great. I gotta say. The fact that I can just move across the country without having to worry about the job is huge. What are the odds of getting 7-star Corvus and Omega from the free Paragon and duped Corvus from the Valiant crystals? I don't know, but you should buy a lottery ticket, man. That's crazy. Congratulations. Oh, no worries, 1-2. It's all okay. Corvus, Omega Sentinel, and Corvus again. Dude, I got 1 7-star out of like 60 or 70 Valiant crystals, which is a little below average. I'm glad I got that one though. I would have been pretty bummed if I got 0. I wonder how high level up rank 1 is going to go for tomorrow. Ouch. Oh well. There was one time that I placed rank 1 in a solo event. It was on the beta server. I did a bunch of like random crystal openings and rank ups on there. I managed to get rank 1. Also, the beta server is the one time I've pulled the higher rarity from a login crystal. Of course it is. One Valiant crystal short of the first 7-star. Aggressively doing arenas? Good luck. Who are you hoping for? The nice thing is they are all good champions. We've all got our preferences, but at the end of the day, there are uses for all of them. Been 8th on some hero use event while grinding arenas. The one time I did a 6-star grind was for Kindred last year. And I used the arena use solo event to gauge how I was doing halfway through. And it was, I mean, pretty accurate to the final scores. Okay, mutant, regen, or prowess. Mutant, regen, prowess. Sunspot. Storm. You know, I gained a bit of an appreciation for Storm this meta. Storm Pyramid X. I never really used her offensively before, but she's not bad. I still will probably think of her more as a defender when she's not tactic, but I will consider her more of an attacker in the future, especially for Bullseye. She is a very solid Bullseye counter. Unblockable, Steadfast, Dismay. Yeah, whatever. Not a big deal. Vox, buff core, and strategic movement and incursions, plus the degen boost. That sounds ridiculous. How much damage are you hitting from those? Ooh, Valkyrie could be fun with all the combo manipulation. I'm kind of looking forward to trying out something other than Hercules for a Zone 25 push. Say Corvus, because you'd assume it'd be fast in BGs. Second's Quicksilver, everyone else third. Well then, no matter what you get, you're gonna get a top 3 call. Yeah, Corvus is one I am very curious to see how he performs. I'm sure we'll see a few rank 3s. A lot of rank 2s. I'll leave it up to other people to test him for me. Oh, 226k crit. Wonderful. Someone's already got a rank 3 Corvus. Yeah, those rank 3s are coming in fast. I've seen a lot of screenshots. Rank 3 Vox. First off, rank 3 Vox, that's awesome. 85k a tick. Man. That's the thing I love about incursions. You just get some ridiculous numbers in there. Curious to see if this is Resurgence. CGR and Hulk won't be 7 stars anytime soon. Yeah. If ever. I mean, I don't think Hercules will be a 7-star until we have 9 stars, maybe? I mean, Hercules still easily keeps up with 7 stars. So if they're trying to phase him out, there needs to be at least 2 star levels between him and the max. So yeah, 9 stars, I guess. Sitting here at 2 rank 3s while spenders are getting their 6th and 7th. I know, I don't know how many Yusafa's at. He's got to be at like 15 probably. But I'm at 4. I'm not exactly a whale. I spend some. I'm not gonna deny that. But I mean, I have the 2 from Necropolis, 1 from Act 8, and then 1 from Catalysts. So it's relatively attainable to get that level. I mean, I have spent some. But I think Ace has 4 as well, and he's free to play. For me, it felt a lot better just getting above 3 because you can't have them all banned in Battlegrounds. Once you get to 4, you're always guaranteed to at least have the possibility of drafting rank 3 if you want it. Whereas when I was just at 2 before spring cleaning, or before Act 8, so often they'd just always be banned. Now at least one of them will scoot by. Yourself will probably have 30 before you have 5. I don't know what he's at, but I think he was at 8 before spring cleaning. So he's probably at, I don't know, like 11 now? 15? Crazy. As long as I'm not matching in Battlegrounds, that's great. Ooh. Facing 6 rank 3s and BGs with just 2. Yeah. I mean, it definitely doesn't tell the whole story for sure. I've lost matches to people with 1 rank 3 when I have 4. And I've beat people with more than me also. 6 is child's play, yeah. Gotta wait for those 8 accounts. Facing 8 and Uru, oof. That's like when I was in like Gamma a couple seasons ago, queued up a match first thing in the morning. I was barely awake. I was like, might as well just try it. Match with MSD. I was like, what are you doing down here? I'm not awake enough to have any sort of a chance here. And he was streaming it too, so like 200 people saw me just face plant essentially. Oh well. Man, Morbius fell off so hard. Kind of surprised that striker connected. He just went from... Like, everyone was talking about him. And I know a big part of that was because he was Decay. And Decay was just such an overpowered meta. Waiting for MSD to actually try hard in Battlegrounds? That'd be interesting. I'd be curious to see how that goes. Because, I mean, I'm sure he'd do very well. But skill in one area does not necessarily translate into skill in another. Now, I'm very, very sure MSD has more than enough skill to do incredibly well in Battlegrounds. But I also have no doubt that there are people who can do some really crazy things in a controlled environment where they can go over and over again that probably couldn't do as well in Battlegrounds. Confident you could get C1 the first season you took seriously and grinded? I think you'd at least be a contender. I mean, if you're grinding for C1, that's gotta just take more time than most people have available. Even if you're winning 100%, like you're probably gonna be spending 15 minutes just trying to get a match. And then someone in like Mysterium and you just gain 8 points for it or something. I don't know, I've never been anywhere close to there. I have no idea what it's like at that point. It's an interesting point. Battlegrounds is very different from questing. Yeah, like you can be good at different things. Everyone's good at different things. Like questing and stuff like Necropolis really rewards long-term strategic planning, whereas Battlegrounds is very quick. And you don't necessarily have time to think through every possible interaction. Unless maybe I'm just slower than a lot of people. Maybe most people can. Like if I wanted to do... I did a solo on Glycon. And it was with Kingpin. Now, Kingpin would not be at all in contention for the fastest option for Glycon. But he's one of the safest. And questing generally, it's generally better to go for slow and safe. But slow and safe doesn't cut it in Battlegrounds, at high levels at least. Kind of, but not really. Yeah, it's not a perfect comparison. And like I said, I have no doubt that MSD would do very, very well if he decided to really get sweaty in Battlegrounds, but it's just interesting to think about. I always like to try to think about what style of play gets rewarded in different places. What time is it? Let's do one more path. It's all repetition, and if you just do a lot of reps in BGs, you'll get practice in every matchup. That's very true. Yeah, if you're at the highest level... Why is my camera all messed up again? Yeah, if you're at the highest level, you've seen most common matchups. There's no way you can see every matchup, though. Considering there are, let's see. There are roughly 68,000 possible matchups in MCOC. No way you can get through that many. Even once. I think Vero showed Horseman rank 2 Storm being the faster option for Glycon, literally a minute or so. Oh, I don't doubt it, yeah. For a time, I actually had the world record on speedrun.com for Glycon. Because I was the first person to submit a time. It was a 28-minute fight.
it was pretty quickly beaten. Oh boy, what's the node here? Why am I doing no damage? Power shield or something? Oh, I guess so. Okay, Sunspot's still gonna be good. Didn't do as much as I thought. She's supposed to be more likely to throw your special now. Still have a lot of learning to do about which matchups are good, counters certain defenders. Yeah, me too. I think everyone does at a certain point. If you're not learning, then you're falling behind, because other people will be learning. Is this guy incinerating me? No. Obviously the goal is speed and HP versus just winning the fight and questing. But it'd still be practicing until you can play the fights perfectly. Yeah. Yeah, and there's also some degree of risk balancing as well. Like, if you're just going for, like, going back to trying to, like, speedrun a fight, if you really care about getting the fastest possible time on a specific fight, you need to play it as risky as possible to shave off every bit of time. But the more of that you do, the less likely it is that you'll be able to do the fight in the first place. So you need to give it more and more attempts. And eventually that hits a point where it's not consistent enough for you to try in a battleground setting because a loss is so much more punishing. I don't know. It's interesting for sure. So I think there's some balancing act between how risky can I play this to get the speed while not actually having too much on the line. That's just how I think about it. Recently did the Gilly Final Peace quest. It felt good to redo the boss fights. Oh, that's the Act 7 one, right? Except Bahamut, that was brutal. OG Gilly surprised with the damage. Yeah, I had a good time using her. I think I used her for Bahamut. I believe I was able to get the one shot, but it did take. I restarted the quest once, I think. It was a while ago now. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to revisit those fights that I hadn't tried in over a year or something. Kind of made me feel like old story content, where you actually had to plan out your paths really well. Almost got the solo with Gilly 99, but died and finished with the OG. Yeah. That was tough for sure. Cytalis is the one I remember the least. Cerastes is kind of down there too. It's a lot easier to remember them when they have something unique. Bahamut had the ping pong. There's nothing else in the game like that. Glykon had all sorts of crazy stuff that you don't really see anywhere else. Like, I guess the most unique thing about Cytalis is traps, which Kraven has, so you see those fairly regularly. I guess now Silver Sable has it too. Cerastes didn't have much unique.
was an alright fight. He was definitely my least favorite of the 4. Just because there wasn't nearly as much special about him. Hey, Nugget. Going pretty well. Had some good polls from the Omega days. I don't remember seeing anything from you. Have you done anything yet? With the event? Citalis was knocking down in traps. Okay, I remembered the traps. I didn't remember that you had to knock her into it. Now that you say that, I do. Yeah. Never got the Sarasti solo, but did with OG Gilly. Nice! Came to take revenge on it. I think I might have gotten a solo with a rank 3 Angela. I think I remember trying that. Pommet was the worst for that challenge. OG destroys Citalis and Sarastes as a pushover. Yeah, Bahamut took a little bit more effort than the rest for sure. Wish I could remember exactly what happened there. Got 7-star long shot free. Nice. Is he worth rank 2 unawakened for BG offense? I'd say yes, absolutely. You can make an argument that on offense, he's worse awakened. I don't know that I agree with that argument, but there is a legitimate case to be made that he's worse for attack when he's awakened. Did it like 2 hours ago. You didn't get Corvus or Longshot? Were they who you were hoping for? I was hoping for... My number 1 and number 2 were Moleman and Longshot. I got Moleman. Duped him, in fact. Didn't get Longshot, but I got a few others. Omega Sentinel's pretty good, too. And I did get her. What's the energy cost here? It's just 3? What do I have to do for 3 minutes? Whoa, what are all these? I need to look at how the solo event works. I know it's supposedly pretty simple. Longshot need to be awakened to add to a BG deck? I'd say no. Especially depending on the meta. Offensively, he'll be great regardless. If you care about using him defensively, then you probably want him awakened. Even then, it's really only the unstoppable and unblockable. He's a much better defender awakened, just because there are less champions you can use for him. But I would have no qualms about putting an unawakened Longshot in my deck. I would just be considering him solely an attacker rather than some situational defense use. And even unawakened, there's probably 1 or 2 cases that you could use him on attack and be just... Or, sorry, use him on defense and be fine. I just wouldn't expect it quite as much. Your 1 to 2 was Omega Red. Of course, didn't get either from the Valiant Crystals or the 3 7-stars, so you selected Omega. So you went all out, Nugget. You went all the way to the end. I went to the last 7-star crystal. Maybe I'll end up trying to get the rank 3 gem. I don't know. I'd need to get another like 1,000 units, which I could do in Arena, or I could always spend a little bit. But I don't know that I care that much about getting rank 3 Mole Man, who's probably what I would use it on. Yeah, no worries, Kurt. So yeah, I'm not a huge Quicksilver fan. He definitely wouldn't go to rank 3. So it's between Mole Man, Corvus, and Omega Sentinel. Unless Corvus makes some serious waves, even then, this is going to expire before Battlegrounds comes back around. So I'm not going to plan on ranking up Corvus. So it's between Omega Sentinel and Mole Man. I would definitely lean towards Mole Man out of the two. And I don't think I really need him at rank 3. Went all out, had the unit saved up. Still about 20k? Jeez. Unit Baron over here. Quicksilver just feels clunky to use as an attacker. He's no more annoying on defense. He's not the worst defender. He's tripped me up a number of times. And I will say that with the block penetration stat focus, if you are having to block a special 2, that's going to do some damage. However, I'm going to have Mole Man in my deck, so he's going to be a great Quicksilver counter. Play a lot of Arena? I didn't know that, Nugget. You're not free to play though, right? I've started playing a lot more Arena lately. For one, because I need to start buying Elder's Marks with units. And that is not all that cheap. But also, it's always nice to have units on hand. Oh, there's like a combo multiplier thing. Weird. Not free to play, but not a huge whale either. Okay, yeah, I'm in the same situation. I think I play less Arena than you, though. Well, I definitely do if you had 50k units. I've started spending a little bit more lately. Just been in a position where I could. But still, nothing on the real whales. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it there. Had some great pulls from the Omega thing. Made some good event quest progress. Just got a handful of paths left. Let's see, is anyone else alive right now? Not seeing anyone else live. So many artifacts this incursions run? I'll need to check that out. The incursions crystal does have a couple champions I'd still like to get out of it. Not very close to one, but... Okay, doesn't look like anyone's live right now. So I think we will just call it there. Thank you so much to all you guys who showed up tonight. Thank you to Wolf for the raid as well. Probably be back at some point in the next couple days, finish up event quest, maybe do an incursions run before Battlegrounds comes back. Who knows? But regardless, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will catch y'all later. See ya.